Hello and welcome, my dear grade 5 advanced students, to today's revision video in which we are going to revise Unit 2 volume. The following lessons from this module we are going to revise today. First, we are going to understand what is volume, then we are going to use unit cubes to determine volume. We will solve some important questions based on the formula for volume and find the volume. We will also find the volume of composite figures, and we will also solve some problems involving volume. So let's get started with the video and revise the important questions that will help you for your math exam. So first, let's revise the formula for volume. Volume can be written with capital V. It is equal to length multiply with width multiply with height. This is the formula. And if you want to write it in small terms, you can use the symbol V equal to L for length, W for width, and H for height. Okay. Now let's use this formula to solve question 3 and 4. So the answer for question 3 we will do here, and the answer for question 4 we will do here. So to find the volume, let's see what are the length, width and height. Let's mark in the figure. This one is the longest, so this is my length, which is 7 centimeters, and I multiplied with the width, which is like the thickness of the rectangular prism, so this is 2 centimeter, multiply with height, which is 5 centimeter. So when we do this multiplication, the unit for volume will become cubic centimeter or cubic. You can also write the word cubic centimeters. Okay, so let's see what we get when we multiply. 7 multiplied with 2 will give you 14, and 14 multiplied with 5 will give you 70. So 70 centimeter cube or 70 cubic centimeters. Both are correct answer for question 3. Now, if you see question 4, you are not given the length, you are not given the width, but you are given the height. Height is 4 inches. And you are also given the area of the base, this orange rectangle. If you see this one, this one, this one, it is given how much? 30 square inches. So another formula that I use for volume is area of base, which is given in this question how much? 30 square inches. So I can write inches to the power 2 square, and you multiply it with height. This is also another formula that you can use for volume. Height is 4 inches. So I multiply them both. So 30 multiply with 4. That's going to be 120, and inches square multiplied with inches is going to be inches cube. Power becomes 3, 2 plus 1. Or you can also write answer as 120 cubic inches. Both are correct. Okay. This is how you use the formula for volume. When you get this question in your exam, please write the formula and don't do calculation mistake. Okay, so this is an MCQ, multiple choice question with more than one correct answer. So you need to select all the questions that are correct, and you don't have to actually find the volume if you read the question. Just you have to explain your choice. A, B, C, D, E, 5 options, which all are correct. So first let's look at this solid. It's a rectangular prism, means it is like a cuboid. It has a length which is 20 centimeters. It has a width which is 6 centimeter, and it has a height which is 10 centimeter. So definitely to get the volume, one formula which is correct and gives you correct answer is length multiplied by width multiplied by height. So 20 multiplied by 6 multiplied by 10. So D is the correct answer. Now if you read the question properly, it has more than one correct answer. You need to select all. So we will find more answer. Now let's see how else can we find the volume. So if you see, 6 multiplied with 10. How much? 60. And you multiplied with 20. Will it also give you correct answer? Yes. So B is also same, right? Another one. If you take the next option, 20 plus 6 plus 10. This is wrong because here you are adding. You don't have to add. If you see, you have to multiply length with height to get volume. So A is not my answer. Let's look at C. 10 plus 6 is 16. 16 multiplied by 20. It's not my answer. Answer is 60 multiplied by 20. So C, not answer. Let's see this. Now 16, 6 multiplied with 2 is 12 and 0. So this is actually my correct answer. Big centimeters. Now see this one E. What is the answer? 20 multiplied by 6, 120. 10 multiplied by 6, 60. So this is 180. Not right. So only two correct answer. Answer is B and D. Okay, two answers are correct. Okay, so let's solve this question. Label the unknown dimensions of the decomposed figure and then find the volume of the composite solid figure. And this is very important question because it is from the topic composite solid figure. That means we are going to break this big composite solid figure in two parts, find the both volume and then add to give the answer. So let's do it. So if I break it from here, see, I'm drawing the red line. I break like this, I cut, it's like slicing into two parts. Then let's see what are we getting. So this lower bottom one, this rectangular prism, how much is the height? 8. I will write 8 here. If you see this length, it is 20, it will not change. But can I say the height will change? Or the width will change? Let's see. So here the width is given to be 10. So these are the three dimensions for the lower one. Now this total height is given to be 18, out of which you remove this 8, this small one. So how much left? 10. So this is your height. Now look at this width. Width is given to be how much? Let's see. This one is the width, which is 10 here. So this width, this one will also be 10. So therefore I write 10 and this one is 7. So we have all the numbers. So let's find volume. For this one, let's say volume is V1. For this one, let's say volume is V2. So the volume will be the sum of the two volume. Add them both. So let's use the formula. Length multiplied by width multiplied by height. This is the formula. So 7 multiplied with 10 multiplied with 10. So this will be 700. What is the unit? Inches multiplied with inches multiplied with inches. So inches cube. Or you can also write 700 cubic inches. This is also correct. Now let's find the second volume. I'm going to change color. So V2, which is the volume of this lower body, is same formula, length multiplied with width multiplied with height. So length is 20, width is 10, height is 8. So let's find 20 multiplied by 10, that's 200 multiplied with 8. So 1600 cubic inches. Now we just need to add both of them. So let's do it. 700 plus 1600. That's going to give you how much? Tell me. Let's check. 1600, 700. Place the value correctly. How much? 0, 0, 7, 13, 23. So 2300 cubic inches is my final volume for the composite solid figure. Sometimes you get a question on finding the volume of composite figure using unit cubes. So if you look at this question, I'm going to solve it using unit cubes. So let's break into two parts. I'm going to break it from here. So when I do, let's find how much is the length. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the length. How much is the height? 1, 2. And then for the width, this one, it is just 1. This one. So this is 1, this is 2, this is 5. So if I want the volume of the lower one, it will be 5 multiplied by 1 multiplied by 2. That's 10. Unit is cubic units. Now let's look at the top one. Top one means these 4. So how much is this length? 2. This is 1 and height is also 2. So let's multiply 2 with 1. That's 4. So 10 plus 4, 14 cubic units. That's how you find the volume of composite solid figure using the unit cubes. Now try this one. How I'm going to break, let's see. I'm going to break it from here. Okay, so when I do that, or maybe it's also good if I change like this. Let's break it in a different way, which is more easy. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to break it like from here. So it will be like this one separate, and then add. So let's do it. This is 2, the height is 1, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So how much is the volume? 2 multiplied with 1 multiplied by 4. That's 8 cubic units. This is the volume for the small one. Now let's go to the big one, other one. Which one? This one. This, 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 this. And remember, it has more height at the bottom. So how much is the height? 1, 2, 3. How much is this? 2. And how much is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is right. So let's find volume. So it's going to be 4 multiplied with 3 multiplied with 2. This is going to be 24 cubic units. Now to get the volume of the composite solid, I will add these two. So 24 plus 8, that's going to be 32 cubic units. So this is how you find the volume of the composite solid, by breaking it into two parts, then adding the volume and counting the unit cubes. Now this is an important question because here it's like a word problem. We need to find the height of the rectangular prism. So what's the formula? We have the volume of the rectangular prism given 100 cubic units. We also have the base of the rectangular prism is a square with side lengths equal to 5 centimeters. So let's solve. So formula is length multiplied with width multiplied with height. Height we don't know. We have to find height. H is what? We don't know. But do we know volume? Yes, let's put. So 100 cubic centimeters. Or you want to write 100 cubic centimeters? That's okay. Now the base is a square. Means length width both same. How much? 5. So side length which is equal is 5 centimeters. So can I put 5 multiply with 5 multiply with h? And I don't know. So how much? 25h. So equation is 100 equal to 25h. Now what we want? We want 100. Sorry, we want h. So I want to remove this 25. How I remove? Divide both sides with 25. So 25, 25, gone, colors. H is 100 divided by 25, and that's 4. So what's the height for this prism? It is 4 centimeters. That completes the important question. Let's do one more last question, which will be another important question. So here you have the volume of the rabbit hutch is given 36 cubic feet. Now this shape you see, it is what? It is rectangular prism. So I'm going to use the formula length multiplied with width multiplied by height to get the volume. Now volume is given. How much? 36. I put the value. Look at the length. Length is 6 feet. Width we don't know. You have to find W. So I keep W as it is. But is the height given? Yes. So I will put 3. Now you need to show your work. So these steps which I'm writing for you, very important. So 6 multiplied by 3, that's 18W, and that's equal to 36. We need W. So we will divide, we remove this 18. So divide both sides with 8. When we do, this gone. So W is 18 multiplied by 2. So width is 2 feet. That completes the question. That's all for today's video for grade 5 advanced. Hope you liked the video. Thank you for watching and all the very best for your math exam.